Michael Jackson died on June 25, 2009. In August 2009, a video appeared on the internet showing a man who looks like Michael Jackson getting out of an ambulance. Is Michael Jackson actually alive? Has Michael Jackson really been found? Is it really him? Today I will talk about all the versions and evidence for which Michael Jackson survived. These are just versions from the internet that have any evidence. With this video, I do not want to offend anyone. I just want to talk about the versions that are distributed on the internet and sound quite convincing. Subscribe to the channel, put a bell on all notifications, let's go. The version that Michael Jackson could have faked his death seems plausible to too many people, so I will talk about all the versions of why Michael Jackson could even come up with the idea of staging his death. What normal person would ever want to throw their own funeral, you ask? An ordinary person may never want to, but Michael was never ordinary, a star, an icon, an example to follow. For many years, day and night, every day, public attention was riveted to him. People did not give him a pass. About going to shops, cinema and on the street, Jackson could forget forever.
I go to the market, like one of those markets, and take one of those carts and throw some food in there and go down the aisle. I would love to do that.
Can you do that?
No, of course not. Of course not. I tried, and the whole place stops. You know, everybody's chanting and getting your autograph.
Some people believe that Michael was simply tired of the intrusive attention, which did not affect his physical and psychological health too well. They also say that the artist had huge debts, so death, even if not real, was a great way to get rid of them. Unexpectedly for everyone, but after the death of Michael Jackson there was a new wave of popularity. People around the world began to listen to him several times more often. People began to buy albums and watch videos more often. Naturally, this brought huge profits, and it is the profit that is considered the third reason why Michael Jackson decided to fake his death. There is a lot of evidence that the death of Michael Jackson was staged on the internet, and there are also a lot of stories of people who say they saw Michael, talk to him and that he is alive. Believe it or not, the choice is yours, but I found the most plausible versions. And now I will tell you about them. According to various sources, the last photo of Jackson was taken in an ambulance that transported him from home to the hospital. The photo was supposedly taken from a window, but the problem is that ambulances of this type have glass tinting. That is, there can be no question that the photo was actually taken inside the car. But some say it's just a skillful Photoshop. A huge amount of controversy is caused by the circumstances of the singer's funeral. Firstly, a closed coffin was chosen, which is extremely unusual for the funeral of famous personalities. It caused a lot of controversy that Michael Jackson was alive because the fans really wanted one last look at Michael. Relatives said that the closed coffin was chosen because of the damage that Michael's body received during resuscitation, but is this really so? Secondly, people at the funeral seemed very strange to everyone. Numerous relatives and friends of the star do not look grieving. Moreover, they do not even look sad, such an impression that nothing terrible has happened. Most of the people did not shed a tear, and some were even noticed with a smile on their faces. Maybe relatives and friends knew that it was not worth grieving, because in fact there was no death. By the way, pay attention to the blonde who attended the farewell ceremony. No one knows for sure who she is, but some argue that this is Michael Jackson himself under makeup. To be honest, even it seems to me that they are somewhat similar. An interesting fact, it seemed to a lot of people that Michael Jackson was alive in this photo. His daughter posted this photo in March 2016. But do you think the rear dark figure looks like a singer? During his short but amazing life, Michael managed to help a huge number of people. One of them is Dave. His real name is David Rothenberg. When he was very young, due to one terrible incident, he received 90% of body burns. The story received a huge response. Then Michael found out about it. He paid for the boy's treatment, plastic surgery and talked a lot with him. As a result, Dave was even called Michael's son. Fans claim that Dave is Michael Jackson himself. At some point after the death of the singer, Dave disappeared from people's sight, and people believe that Michael, with the help of makeup artists, took on his appearance. Physiognomists claim that Dave and Michael have the same oval face, the same gestures, they even purse their lips incredibly similarly. Moreover, the similarity can be traced even in their voice.
Encino House.
I think I was at the Encino House.
Encino House.
Encino House.
I don't believe in this version at all, but I voiced it, since it is very popular on the internet and among people. Now I will tell one touching story so that you understand what a wonderful person Michael Jackson was. Michael Jackson was very involved in charity work and helped poor and sick children. One story really touched me. Once in 1994, in one of the hospitals in Budapest, Michael Jackson saw Belle Forkas. a little boy who was born with a liver defect, and because of this his parents abandoned him. He urgently needed a transplant and Michael Jackson paid for it. And after the transplant, Jackson paid the boy for the next 10 years of treatment. As a result, the boy recovered, he was adopted, and he grew up healthy and happy. Here's another story for you. The story of a little boy who, by mistake of doctors, was infected with AIDS during a blood transfusion. In 1997, before his performance in Milan, Michael Jackson invited the boy and his mother to the dressing room, talked to him and found out how his health was, but the most touching moment was during the concert, when during one song Michael Jackson held the boy in his arms, in front of thousands of spectators. Later, the mother of the child wrote a letter to Michael. "I will never forget what you did for my son. After our meeting the doctors talked about a miracle, and for several months it was as if he had never been ill with anything. My child is no longer with us. Well, I know he's always watching you from over there. Thank you, Michael." And there are hundreds of such stories. During his life, Michael Jackson donated $300 million to charity. The singer created his own charitable foundation, and also helped others. One of the most popular theories is that the former king of pop faked his own death to escape his crushing debt and mounting legal problems. Back in August 2009, was posted a video of Jackson exiting a coroner's van with the message, "I checked the license plate number and it looks like the king of pop is jumping out of the same van his dead body has been in. I got the original videotape from a trustworthy source. I know him for years. And I am sure it's real and Michael is alive." This man is very similar to Jackson, hair type, height and image of a person. But do you believe that this is really Michael? Personally, I don't know, I just want to believe that he is fine, wherever he is now. Some believe that Jackson is somewhere far away and now he really feels good. He is where he is not blamed, where there is a calm and happy life. Fans are so unwilling to believe in the loss of their idols that they will believe in their lives for a very long time. There are many versions according to which celebrities could survive, but these are just versions. It will always seem to us that they are somewhere near, with us, but all we can do is just remember them. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe to the channel, put likes, put a bell on all notifications. See you in new videos.